There are love stories. And then there is the whirlwind, heart-gripping, destiny-driven journey of Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. A relationship built on passion, chaos, humor, unexpected twists, and a connection so deep it has survived decades of fame, pressure, and personal evolution. But what most people don't know is this: their iconic marriage almost never happened. Their love, this seemingly unshakable bond, was seconds from falling apart before fate stepped in. Yes, Mark Consuelos once broke up with Kelly Ripa. He shattered her heart, and then, just 7 days later, he asked her to marry him. No ring, no plan, no idea what came next. Just pure love mixed with fear, confusion, and the overwhelming realization that life without her wasn't life at all. Today's emotional story goes beyond headlines and sound bites. It's the truth, the messy, vulnerable truth about fear, timing, heartbreak, and the miracle of recognizing your soulmate right when you nearly lose them. Stay with me, because this story twists in a way that even fans who followed them for decades never expected. The confession that shocked fans. Mark Consuelos has always been the charming, composed, emotionally grounded half of daytime TV's most beloved duo. So when he admitted, slowly, almost painfully, that he once broke up with her, fans were stunned. His exact words are, "Yeah, I broke up with her." Not because something was wrong, not because he stopped loving her, but because he was too in love. He was young, he was overwhelmed, and he didn't know how to handle feelings that were too big for him. No dramatic fight, no betrayal, just fear, pure, paralyzing fear. And that fear changed everything. Kelly's quiet heartbreak. Kelly Ripa, strong on-screen and off, didn't see it coming. One moment they were connected, electric, inseparable. The next, she was standing in the quiet aftermath of a breakup she never expected. She didn't scream, she didn't beg, she didn't let her heartbreak show in front of him. She simply walked away. But inside, her world tilted. The man who made her laugh, who made her feel seen, who felt like home, suddenly wasn't hers anymore. What she didn't know was that the breakup wasn't an ending. It was the beginning of something much bigger than either of them imagined. The week that broke him. Mark thought the breakup would give him clarity, space, time to breathe. Instead, it did the opposite. Day 1, he missed her. Day 2, he couldn't stop thinking about her. Day 3, he realized something terrifyingly clear. He hadn't just fallen for Kelly. He was meant for her. Everything reminded him of her, the way she laughed until she cried, the mischievous sparkle in her eyes, the comfort of her presence when life felt heavy. He couldn't focus. He couldn't eat. He felt physically sick knowing that he had walked away from the one person who felt like destiny. Sometimes life shakes you awake, and Mark had just been shaken to his core. The knock on the door that changed everything. On the 7th day, exactly 1 week after breaking her heart, Mark grabbed his car keys, drove straight to Kelly's apartment, and knocked on her door with a pounding heart. Kelly opened it. She was stunned, confused, maybe even a little guarded. He didn't come to apologize. He didn't come with explanations. He came with a single sentence. "Let's get married." Kelly froze. Time froze. She didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or slam the door. But deep inside, she already knew the answer. She loved him. She always had. So she whispered the only word that mattered. Okay. The secret elopement. No invitations, no ceremony, no designer gowns. Just two young, terrified, wildly in love people standing in Las Vegas, holding on to each other and nothing else. Kelly later laughed about it, saying, "We had $179 to our name." But it didn't matter, because what bound them wasn't money or glamour. It was the quiet but unstoppable belief that they belonged together. Their elopement was impulsive, messy, imperfect, and absolutely romantic. And that moment, those few unscripted hours, became the foundation of a marriage that would survive everything life threw at them. The realization that it was destiny. Years later, when Mark retells the story, you can hear emotion crack in his voice. He admits he was immature, overwhelmed, unsure. But the breakup, it taught him the single most important truth of his life. Kelly wasn't replaceable. She was his home. Sometimes you need to lose something, or think you lost it, to finally see its true value. Kelly later said she never regretted saying yes. Not once. Not in the chaos. Not in the heartbreak. Not even in the impulsiveness. Because the man who broke her heart was the same man who healed it. Where they stand today. Decades later, Kelly and Mark stand not just as co-hosts or Hollywood partners, but as two people who fought for their love at every stage of life. They raised a family. They survived fame. They navigated distance, pressure, and real-life challenges. They laughed. They struggled. They grew. Together.